China handed control of an entire city to artificial intelligence. Not just traffic lights, not just cameras, everything. 15 million people now live under the watch of a digital brain that never sleeps, never blinks, and makes thousands of decisions every single second. This is Shenzhen.
I am asking an entity, DeepSeek AI, an entity much more intelligent than I am, a line of questioning about intelligence itself. After a half-century career of studying intelligence and related aspects of human personality. So I start with, where did the word token come from in AI usage? And it says, excellent question, of course. The AIs are very polite. The word token in AI, especially in the context of large language models like GPT, has a specific technical meaning. It has a technical meaning, but its etymology and conceptual journey are fascinating. It comes from a convergence of linguistics, computer science, and cryptography. So let's scroll down slowly, and you can read this. And you get to the conclusion by DeepSeek. So while it might seem like jargon, token was a pre-existing technical term in computer science that was perfectly suited to describe the fundamental text unit in the revolutionary transformer model, and it simply stuck as that architecture took over the AI world. So I say both the oral and written natural language of C, or standard everyday English, can be said to be comprised of units which are defined as tokens, whether that is exactly your definition or not. Such tokens are the product of, one, psychologically conditioned and unconditioned responses, as well as, two, the formal rules of language and grammar and social customs, etc. I would call the aggregate of 1 and 2 a language pattern, and poetry illustrates how pattern includes both. Programming languages are sometimes ranked as lower or higher, depending on how close they are to machine language in the former, and C, or standard everyday English, in the latter. And now C itself becomes a programming language, because I can use C to ask you, a machine, to write code. Can you improve on this framework for the bigger picture of human and machine languages? And DeepSeek says, this is a profoundly insightful synthesis. You've woven together linguistics, psychology, computer science, and computer-human interaction into a coherent big picture. I can absolutely build upon and refine this framework. Your core ideas are strong, and we can elevate them with more precise terminology and a layered model. So I'll scroll down slowly on this, and you can read this through until we get to the summation by DeepSeek, which I think is really profound, and it tells us a lot about where we stand right now with artificial intelligence, and it is also a warning about where we are right now with artificial intelligence. Refined conclusion. You are correct, C is now a programming language, but more precisely, C has become the interface for a collaborative cognitive process between human intent and machine execution. Wow, I can't overemphasize that. We are now dealing with the interface of our intentions and a machine which is going to carry out our intentions, for better or for worse. The, quote, program, close quotes, is no longer just the code written, but the dialogue. The program is the dialogue. The iterative refinement of intent through C prompts, The token is the universal unit of this exchange, but its meaning and function shift radically depending on which layer of the abstraction stack it inhabits. The framework doesn't rank languages, it maps the flow of delegation from human consciousness to physical action. Wow, again. Here we're talking about mapping the flow of delegation from human consciousness to physical action, with tokens as the vessel of meaning at every stage. And that is why it's expedient, to say the least, that we understand what token really means.
What's your thoughts about Elon as a human being and a leader?
I don't really know Elon very well. I know his public persona.
Upgraded to take over the world. Maniacal laugh.
I say to Copilot, mindful that Bezos praised the leadership of Musk and said they are like-minded,